The DEC says that they have never seen anything like this before. In all, 8 unmanned vessels got loose, and you can see the rusty anchor right here behind me. Just the normal hustle and bustle outside of City Hall right now. We're still a few hours away from Eric Hawkins formally being sworn in as the next police chief, but something like waiting for a ceremony isn't exactly slowing him down. Just for scale, I want to show you how big this tree is. I'm about 5'1", so me standing right next to it, you can see that the trunk is clearly bigger than 5'1". At number 600, there is extensive damage because of a fire there. As of right now, no one is facing charges in connection to that fire. Someone is, however, facing charges in connection to the fire across the street at 598. Just to give an idea of how slow this process really is, they spent the entire day counting 270 ballots. That's just from North Greenbush, and in the entire county, they have about 2,000 absentee ballots. Right now, sitting on Governor Cuomo's desk is a bill that could change the rules of sexual abuse in private schools forever. If signed, it closes a decades-old state loophole that has allowed private high schools to not report allegations of sexual abuse.
It would take the average fire department probably upwards of 2-3 days to actually search that whole thing, where it's 10 minutes. The state's Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services looks for certain characteristics when recruiting.
Has a real lot of energy, has an exorbitant amount of energy.
They can't control him, they can't get him to do anything, he just drags them everywhere. That's what we want.
They've also got a keen sense of smell and 4 legs.
To me, they're doing things that most humans won't do, like climbing a ladder like they did, or walking across the bench.
I tell everybody they are irreplaceable, I am replaceable. That's really it. And they're the smart ones at the other end of the leash.
They might look calm now, but the dogs and their handlers undergo constant training, each in a specialized field. Some help to detect accelerants at fire scenes.
These dogs are trained to detect very, very minute quantities, down to about 20 microliters, which is about 1 drop out of an eyedropper.
Others learn to tackle strange surfaces in order to assist in search and rescue.
They literally will go over, through, around, under everything you put in front of them to find that live victim. Which, of course, I had to try. So in the barrel I went, waiting for Kila to sniff, search, and eventually find me. It's hide and seek, only they're always it.
They found me.
And if you think about that, there's a lot of people around here and they have to figure out which is the scent I can't see.
And it's not just the dogs doing the rescuing. Each of the canines was rescued themselves. 2-year-old Echo was found locally at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society.
We save them so they can save New Yorkers.
It's a good opportunity for a dog that may be spending the rest of their life in a shelter someplace.
Dogs finding their purpose just in time to be rewarded by their favorite toy. In Albany, Jaclyn Cangro, Spectrum News. School can be hectic, going from class to class, keeping up with lessons, but perhaps most importantly, trying to figure out who you are.
I think we can all remember being in junior high or middle school and struggling with self-confidence, with self-image.
They're breaking away from their parents a little bit and kind of finding themselves as individuals.
That's why Draper Middle School is keeping it simple.
Every single one of you in here is important.
They're joining hundreds of other schools across the country, teaching students to start with hello.
We try to get these kids to really put themselves in the shoes of someone that might not feel connected.
How we can do things better.
The initiative is part of the Sandy Hook Promise, keeping kids from feeling isolated in places like gym or the cafeteria.
There's 250 kids in there, and if you feel like you are alone, that is the hardest place to go.
There's a lot of people in the lunchroom that sit by themselves and they don't have a group that they fit in.
So they're spending the week having the tough conversations and also having fun getting to know each other.
Sometimes it's uncomfortable for them, but they're reaching out and they're stepping out of their comfort zone to have these conversations, and it's so important.
People inside could be hurting really hard, and if you just reach out, it could change their whole life.
Although it's a week-long program, students say they'll continue to say hello throughout the year.
I just don't want people to feel left out, so besides my friends, I will go up to people and I'll be like, hey, what's going on?
It feels great inside that someone's actually finally talking to you and noticing you.
In Rotterdam, Jaclyn Cangro, Spectrum News.